Welcome back. Okay, we've all been there, right? You're rushing to set up for a virtual meeting, maybe jumping into a gaming session, or you just want to blast some music, and your audio decides to completely act up. It's incredibly frustrating. But instead of just clicking around aimlessly and hoping for the best, today we are going to build a clear, step-by-step diagnostic roadmap in this explainer. We're going to figure out exactly what's going wrong with those online sound tests, and more importantly, how to actually fix it. It's literally one of the most classic tech frustrations of the modern age. You navigate to a sound test, you confidently hit that left or right play button, and absolutely nothing. Crickets. Or, maybe you hear this faint, weird echo, or the sound is only coming out of one ear. It's maddening. But don't worry. We're going to empower you to pinpoint exactly why your sound test is failing, and we're going to fix it together. So here is our diagnostic journey for today. 1. The sound of silence. 2. Fixing one-sided audio. 3. Solving stubborn sound issues. And 4. Eliminating delay and echo. Let's dive right in. Section 1. The sound of silence. Diagnosing initial failure. Okay, so if you click those test buttons and got zero audio, you need to run through this foundational checklist of what I like to call the silent culprits. Step 1, check your connections. I know, but seriously, are your headphones actually plugged in all the way? Is your Bluetooth properly paired? Step 2, verify output settings. Just hop into your Windows or Mac sound settings and make absolutely sure the correct playback device is actually selected. Step 3, refresh the page or restart your browser. Browser permissions can act up or reset in the background, so this fixes things surprisingly often. And step 4, turn off mute. It sounds overly simple, but you gotta check both your operating system volume and any physical knobs or external speaker controls. Sometimes in-app volumes are just muted independently. Now, if you've gone through those 4 basic steps and you still don't hear a single thing, we need to run a vital isolation test. We have to verify if this issue is completely isolated to that specific sound test tool you're using, or if your entire device's audio system is just down. So the easiest way? Open up another website, go play a YouTube video. If you hear sound over there, then the problem is just local to that test page. But if YouTube is dead silent too, well, then your system's audio is the culprit. Section 2, fixing one-sided audio, the classic stereo problem. When we're dealing with one-sided audio, where you're only getting sound in one ear, we really need to draw a hard line between physical hardware issues and internal software settings. It's like a fork in the road for troubleshooting. On the hardware side, just ensure both speakers or earbuds are fully, firmly connected. Half-plugged-in jacks happen all the time. On the software side, if you're on Bluetooth, try repairing the device entirely. Sometimes one channel just completely fails to sync during that initial handshake. Oh, and also on the software side, particularly if you're on Windows, check your balance slider in the sound settings. You would be shocked how often that slider just gets bumped off center, making things totally uneven. Sticking with hardware for just a second, here is a fantastic little diagnostic trick. Obviously, try testing your setup with another audio cable or a different set of headphones just to confirm the hardware works. But if you have wired speakers with left and right connectors, try physically swapping the cables. If you swap them and the missing sound suddenly flips sides, meaning your dead right speaker comes alive and the left one dies, well, congratulations, you've just diagnosed a speaker polarity problem. The fix? Super easy. Just reverse the wires back to their proper ports and your stereo balance is completely restored. Section 3. Solving stubborn sound issues, digging deeper. Now, what is really fascinating to me is this massive 80% statistic. If you're still getting absolute zero sound on a Windows machine, the data shows that 80% of those cases are caused by outdated or missing audio drivers. That is a huge majority. So before you rage quit and throw your speakers in the trash thinking the hardware is totally fried, take a breath. It is highly reassuring to know that your issue is very likely just a software driver that needs a quick update or reinstall. Let's run through a few deeper fixes. If you're an audiophile using an external sound card or a DAC, definitely check the manufacturer's website for firmware updates. Next, try testing the audio in a completely different browser, like switch from Chrome to Edge or Firefox. Why? Because sometimes those strict privacy extensions secretly block audio permissions without you even realizing it. Also, try switching from Bluetooth to a basic set of wired headphones, just to isolate any wonky wireless connection issues. And finally, look, I have to mention the ultimate classic IT trope, reboot your device. I know it's a cliche, but turning it off and on again legitimately resets stuck audio sessions and clears out tangled system permissions. Okay, but what if absolutely everything else has failed? Well, here is your ultimate acid test. Find an MP3 file on your local hard drive and play it. If a local file played directly from your computer produces total silence, you can definitively conclude that the problem is baked into your hardware or your core operating system. At that point, it has absolutely nothing to do with the website or the browser you were using. Section 4. Eliminating delay and echo. Fixing frustrating latency. So, to fix this, it's crucial to understand the actual mechanics of what's happening when you experience these specific frustrations. What we are dealing with here is audio latency and mic loopback. This happens mechanically when your system is forced to buffer way too much audio data, which causes a delay, or when your microphone literally picks up the audio coming from your speakers and feeds it right back into the stream, creating an awful echo loop. Knowing that dictates exactly how we fix it. Here are your highly actionable steps to eliminate that latency and echo once and for all. First, close any extra browser tabs that might secretly be hoarding your mic or speakers. Second, dive into your settings and disable audio enhancements or spatial sound. Those features require extra processing, which introduces lag. Third, if you're on a call, immediately reduce your mic gain and lower your overall playback volume. This physically stops the audio from feeding back into the mic. Fourth, for gaming or surround setups, update your 5.1 or 7.1 drivers, or just completely reset your Dolby Atmos configuration. And finally, if you're getting terrible Bluetooth lag, switch to a wired connection temporarily just to see if the delay is simply a wireless limitation. Once you've systematically applied those adjustments, there's really only one thing left to do: verification. Go ahead and rerun that sound delay or echo test. Pay close attention. You want to confirm that the playback now feels crisp, sharp, and perfectly in sync with what you're saying. Which brings us to our final thought. Ultimately, when an online sound test fails, is it the website's fault or your hardware? As we've uncovered today, it is very rarely a broken website, and surprisingly often, it's not broken hardware either. By utilizing a structured diagnostic journey, checking simple software toggles, swapping physical cables, updating those crucial drivers, and actually understanding latency, you are completely empowered to find the true source of your audio woes. You don't have to guess anymore. You can diagnose it, solve it, and get right back to listening. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. And hey, happy troubleshooting.